One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Noles will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. LSU right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Direct snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. It's a running room. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south.
Wide open spaces. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys who just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He's got it. First down and more. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver year. This guy is really good.
From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, you get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. LSU will get a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Berry. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught in the backfield, it's Berry. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 21 to BYU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's White. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Castellanos. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down is coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Now the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 20, he's got space. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
Here's a heat. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Now he's going to break the pocket. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Quarterback keeps it. The Seminoles have a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Four wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. This time on target. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a connection. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here we go. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Castellanos. He's moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
And the Seminoles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. The play action fake. Under fire. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
This will likely be the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touchdown, Noles! Fit it in the window for the score.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Runs it back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle. It's White. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Webster. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's McCoy. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Taking it the other way. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season. Consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Give to the running back. Hits a seam wide open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! How about this back staying on back and getting it in on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 24 to BYU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Blackwell. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's McCoy. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And that is incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Webster. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for his man in the middle. Makes the grab deep. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell.
Touchdown Seminoles! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, out of space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Handoff from the gun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Anderson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Sharp. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got enough for the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Now adjusting. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Off play action. Might be looking to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
It'll be third and long. Trying play action. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Offense working from the pistol. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Hands it off. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking deep down the right side. Touchdown LSU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
22, Florida State, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Davis. Looking for an open area to his left. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Gets the back moving. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
The Seminoles come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, no!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He gets the 2-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.